Hey guys, and welcome back to Building with Whip. Today we're back here in our village and we are going to be working on transforming this guy into that sort of style right there. So I got some cool plans for this guy, but it's probably going to mean we got to move these storage things. But what I want to really also beyond that, we're going to be working on probably doing a time lapse of that gatehouse over there. I just want to mention that for now, because that'll probably be at the end of the video. Unless this thing takes way too long, then we will have to see. But yeah, so anyways, I want to work on creating this guy up right here and really getting some cool stuff set up for him. And I want to start off by basically tearing down this whole thing and starting from nothing. But what I want to do is I want to have like this main house right here. I want to put a wall right in that guy where this thing goes through right here. I guess we're breaking it so I can show you guys. So we're going to throw a wall right in here. Then it's also going to kind of jet out here to a second house. So we can actually squeeze another door into this place so we can get another villager breeded up. All that cool stuff. And I want to, back in this area right here, have a little pathway going backwards and probably right in here, either right in there or something right on this side back in this area. I want to have a vegetable patch for like pumpkins and carrots and potatoes so that our villagers can still farm up and breed all that stuff. But I realized we don't have a farmer here, so none of the stuff gets gathered. So I'm kind of breaking it all and just throwing it at these guys, hoping they're going to breed, which hasn't really been working too well. So we're going to have that little patch back there, and hopefully we can get a farmer villager breeded up so they can automate their breeding and all that good stuff. But we need more houses in this area for some cool stuff to go down. And let me go ahead and get this guy torn down right here, and we'll probably do a similar style how we did that last one, just kind of lay out, then the walls up, then all that cool stuff. But yeah, let me get this guy torn down and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright guys, so this is kind of the layout we're looking at right here for this one. This is just a tiny little house back here. I don't even know if it's going to have a window. It might just serve as like a shed or something that'll count as a villager house. But this is kind of the layout I'm thinking of right here. On our front side, to make the side next to the street a bit more interesting, I wanted to go ahead and have a little tiny like 2 tall window right here. Kind of like that, and then just with some glass panes, repurposing what we got from destroying the house. Then we can have like a little garden right there with some plants or something on it. I don't know if we quite have any trap doors anywhere around here. I'll throw those on there later, but we just got some coarse dirt so it won't turn back into grass or anything like that. But that's kind of the height I'm thinking of right here with our house, is we really just bring it up to being that tall on this main guy. Then this back area right there, I want it to be really just sloping down, really bringing together that idea of it's a little shack area. And we're gonna kind of build on top of that by going with, on this little side bit back here, I'm thinking we're gonna throw in a dog kennel, and I really want to incorporate some wolves into this area. 1, for protection, and 2, because I think they can be really cool and just kind of that added extra bit of atmosphere and whatnot to this guy. So this is pretty much going to come up all the way up to here. And what I want to do right here is probably actually get back up there for now, is I have all the dark oak on us, and we can go ahead and really just kind of bring ourselves up here. And I want to bring this guy right across here for the outside. I'm gonna keep it the same roofing style we did on those, just because I think it works really well for what we're trying to get across. And we can do that. Bam. I'm really hoping this is even. That is an even number. That's Akko Taco, mate. That is very Akko Taco. But we're gonna try this. We're gonna try something a little bit unique here. What if we went and brought these dark oak wood stairs in like this and kind of sloped it up a little bit? That actually doesn't look too bad. I like that actual slope of it kind of going right across there. I like that bit, and on this side we're going to have that kennel coming here, and that'll disrupt that super flat face right there. I think that's almost worth looking into, guys. I think that's almost worth trying out. But right here in this area, what I wanted to do was actually bringing this guy down here, just one like that. And if we did something like there, that was not meant to break, and do something like that. No, that comes all the way down to the ground. I don't like that. We're gonna do half slabs. We're not doing it. It's a failure. Failure to launch. We're not doing it. Doesn't work. Does not compute. No worky. No comprende. All right, there we go. Okay, so then we can bring this stuff all the way across here. And that should allow us to keep that doorway open right there for something to get in. And bam. Bam, bam, bam. And bring this stuff all the way across right here. You can fill in that little gap right there too. Bringing this stuff all the way across. And I think we can do full blocks right there. Yeah, we can. Look at that. Okay, so that's this roof all the way in right here. This guy's being really quick. I wanted to build this one with you guys because I felt like last one we just kind of went and did it and then brought you guys in. So I wanted to bring you guys in here just to, make it a little bit more interesting. Mix things up here so we're not doing the same video every single time just with a different building. I'm really trying to incorporate ways of bringing you guys in like more than just to open, I guess. Then open the video, update clip here, close video, potential update clip here. Like, that's kind of what I felt like we've been doing before. I'm gonna open that one up right there too. Just keep things a bit more interesting. I was originally thinking about putting some windows in this top roof if we sloped it up a bit more, but I almost like this style right here, and we can do some other different roofing styles. My goal is to not have any two houses look the exact same within the style or something like that. The general ideas behind the style are gonna stay, of course, because that's the purpose of a style. You kind of keep it throughout everything, where we have these dark oak roofs, then some apparently I can't speak today, but some sort of stone, andesite, cobble mix, and some diorite to highlight and make it a bit lighter. So what we're gonna do is grab some andesite. We need to get some diorite out here somewhere. One of these pink shulkers should have it. And I kind of turned all my stone ones pink for some reason. That way they stand out a lot more. And then this purpley shulker is kind of just the only one that we have left for doing just the default stuff. So we're going to go ahead. Actually, we're going to make 2 stacks of that. But we're going to need 4. We're going to go ahead and do one of you right there. And while this is open, let's go ahead and throw a torch right here and right there. I know these houses are pretty small, but it's kind of what I wanted to keep them at. So we can do one right there, one right there. This is just kind of the way that we can frame off the corners of the build here, really making it look a lot stronger. And right here, we can go ahead and do that on that guy and go ahead and I'm doing also above the door. So it kind of makes sense for why the door is why the door opening is there. It's got a little bit of support to it. I guess we needed one less than we actually crafted. So that's fair. That is okay with me because we can save it for some other buildings. But even right there, that gives so much little bits of detail to it. And I'm really a big fan of that. Let's see, what do we want to do with now? And now we can go around with the andesite itself and kind of doing some detail bits, but it's morning, so I'm sleeping this away. I'll be back with you guys. So there's been some maintenance going on in the street below me, so if there's some weird audio in this, I do apologize, guys. I'm really trying to clean it up as much as I can. I'll spend a lot of time doing some audio fixing and noise cancellation to get as much as that I can out there, because it's just like a consistent droning sound. But overall, it's probably going to mess with things, so I'm sorry about that in advance. But anyways, let's get on. Let's do some more buildings here as we're bringing this stuff going all the way around. I like making it mostly andesite, kind of working, and then we go back in and replace little bits there, here and there with some cobble, and I think it works pretty well. So we put the stone down. It kind of stays stone in the higher areas. We gotta really get in here somehow. Don't really know. I guess something like that can work out just fine. We can do that, and bam, bam. This back guy right there is probably not gonna have any diorite on it, just kind of so it stays at that darker texture and really makes it kind of hide behind everything else that's going on, I guess you could say, which is kind of the goal of it, more or less. So I wanted to make it look like it's almost like hidden back there, like somebody just kind of pitched up a house back there and we don't really notice it a whole lot. What I'm gonna go ahead and do, and I want to keep this consistent with what we used to do, is get rid of you and do an upside down. Actually, no, we did them one in, didn't we? We didn't do them on the exact corner. We did it one in, just kind of to get some extra bits of detail in there. Can we get you? Did we get that? No, we didn't. Can we get that, please? Please? I want back, please. I want back now. And we got it. Okay, we're good. It's okay. Everything's okay, guys. Everything's okay. And we got to get some fences to throw up on there, but we can go ahead and do that with you right here too, just like that. Then come on over this guy, and we can't do it right there, but we can come down here and do it on you, and we can do it on that guy. We're not going to get that slab back. That's okay. I kind of like this slope that's just really consistent going all the way up. I think we're going to mix it up like right in here and add like a chimney or something. That would be kind of cool. Not a full tower thingy like we did with that guy. And guys, this chapel behind there looks so cool. I'm so happy with it. But We got to add little bits of detail here and there. Let's get our chicken in our offhand and munch away as we stare at this guy right here. We need to get some diorite out now. Go ahead and replace our chicken with some diorite. It looks like these guys already like our house. Oh yeah, you like this house, don't you, buddy? You like it. You're gonna live here. I know you are. You stay right in there. You're safe. Okay, so we can come up here, do a little bits of here and there, work with the diorite. And the diorite I found is actually, I think I mentioned it before, but if you have just diorite and the stone, it looks really awkward. But as soon as you mix that andesite in, it helps it immensely because it kind of works as almost it's a darker, noisy texture, but it's noisy enough where it makes this work with the stone, if that makes any sense at all. So we're not going to throw it on that guy at all, but while we're back here, let's grab some cobble, just kind of dot some cobble in here. Because cobble also is kind of serving as that heavier material that we don't have a whole lot of, but we want to have some of it in here. Probably easier to do this from the inside, to be honest. On this guy especially, we need a torch. Let's go ahead and do a little torch. So we do that, bam, 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 bam. Do a little bit of action right like that, just mixing that one up right in here. Perfect, that looks great. That's almost a little too consistent though. Let's go and do that right there and there. Okay, that'll do just fine for what we want to get going with that one. I kind of wanted to keep that as andesite, but I think that's gonna be okay. Look at that, it's really starting to brighten it up. I want to go ahead and do almost like that also, just really making it messy. I want this guy to be super messy. The reason why we're not doing a whole lot of cobblestone right in here is because cobblestone's also on our road, so it looks kind of awkward when it's right next to each other. But as being two different surfaces, and it kind of blends it too much, but I think it's okay. I think overall it's probably pretty fine. We got the outside of this house set up here now. Let me go ahead and do a little bit more stuff here and just kind of spruce up some corners of it, make it look a little bit nicer, and I'll be back with you guys in just a few. This makes me so happy, guys. They're using the house. Look at that. He's on our little balcony. We made that and he lives there. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. So, what I'm thinking right here, I want to put a giant tree. I know, a giant tree, yeah, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna be a big old massive oak tree. It's gonna stretch up pretty high into the sky, probably like 3 times the size of that guy. We're gonna make it by hand. That'll be something later on. But yeah, so I went ahead and just threw some flowers in here. We're also gonna be adding a cart in right into this area, and I guess we gotta kind of bring this pathway something or another back into there. But they live in that part right now. They're both going into both of them, so they're both being treated as homes. Hello, every stone ever that I really want back. So this right here is a fully functioning villager house. He likes it. A cleric moved in there and it's great. But what I want to do now, I think we should probably unload some. Actually, we're going to keep 2 stacks of that. And we just got to manage our inventory just a little bit right here, guys. Really quickly. It'll be fine. It's just really quickly. Really quick. Okay, we're done. That's it. We're done. That's all the inventory management we need. Except, nope, it's not. We need that. And then now we're going to go ahead and make as many trapdoors as we freaking can. And what we're going to do here is, right here, we're throwing a door. And right here, we're throwing a trapdoor. And then another trapdoor. And what we're going to do is another trapdoor right here. And we're basically making a little kennel. This is going to be something that I'm really excited to be adding into these areas. And I want to leave that one back right there so it also kind of bulges out and makes it look a little bit nicer. But more or less, the purpose for the kennel is going to be right just like this. That's all it's going to be. And what we're going to do here is I want to bring in some spruce, not dark oak, because we need to have some variance in what we're making our roofing types to be. So we can go ahead and do that. Bring out a bunch of spruce planks. We can almost hide some chests and whatnot in this guy. But I don't think we're quite going to do that much because I also want to get those dogs in here. That's a big part of it for me. Is this purpose of this guy's mostly for the dogs. Okay, so we do something like that. And then it kind of comes down right here. We do need to go ahead and bring up some more trapdoors right here in the middle. So we really need to go ahead and do some more stuff like this. Bring this guy all the way across. It's going to let us make another one right there, and actually we can throw a corner one on that guy too. But what we're creating right here is a nice little like cornered in area that we can throw some dogs in. They're just gonna kind of hang out in here. We can get out of this area, and I don't know if we're gonna quite go get them today. I want to, but I also want this area to be like really airy. So like there's cracks going into it. The dogs can like look outside. They're not like locked in here in utter darkness. Like you can see like while we're in here, there's some cracks on all the sides. You can kind of see out right there. You can see people coming down the road right there. See like something going out there. Know what time of day it is at all times. And it just looks really pleasant. So we're gonna go ahead and get some coarse dirt and some podzol. Now just thinking about it right here, we're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna break that and break all of these guys right in here. And we're gonna do coarse dirt, coarse dirt, coarse, and podzol like so. Probably something a little bit like that. I think that works out just fine. That is probably gonna do. Okay, so we can go ahead and do that coarse dirt right there too. And bam, bam, and do some more coarse dirt. I just want the podzol in there so it's almost like a little darker bit to it. And yeah, now we can go ahead and throw some dogs in there, and that will actually look really freaking cool. We got another house here built up. This thing's gonna come later. This backwards area right in here, we can probably just go ahead and move our chests into this area for now. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll be back with you guys in just a few once I get that all moved in there, and then we can swish off from this way and get on to building that big old thing over there. All right, guys, here we go. This thing is totally finished up now, more or less, minus the interiors. I added a little window on there. All of our stuff is moved in back in here. We got all the chests cleaned up, so it looks really nice outside. Got a little chimney going on up there. I think I'm going to switch it up to maybe stone brick or something else like that. But I think now it's time we move into the time lapse for the day to end this video off before it gets too long. I do want to get that guy finished up. So we're going to go ahead and get to work on the gatehouse, and I will catch you guys on the other side.